All right, everybody, welcome back. We are taking another deep dive today, and this time we are looking at AI for drug discovery. Specifically for you business angels out there, we know you guys are busy and don't have time to wade through all the scientific jargon.
Absolutely.
So we've done the hard work for you, and we are going to break it down, make it easy peasy.
That's right. The world of pharmaceuticals, it can be a little bit intimidating, but that's why we're here to get to the good stuff.
Exactly. So let's just dive right in. And to kind of kick things off, we're going to start with, the basics of drug development, just kind of, what's going on traditionally. I mean, honestly, it's a pretty long and complicated process. What do you say?
Yeah, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. I always kind of picture it as like searching for a needle in a haystack, but even worse, because you're trying to find this molecule that fits into a specific target in the body, like a lock in. And there are millions, billions of these potential molecules out there. So it takes a long time and it costs a lot of money. I mean, you're talking over a decade, billions of dollars to bring one drug to market.
Gosh, yeah, that's why when you hear those big pharma companies talking about these blockbuster drugs, they need to hit it big because there are so many duds along the way.
Yeah.
And that's where this whole AI thing is trying to help to speed up the process.
Yeah, it's like the superpowered research assistant, going through all this data, looking for patterns that a human might just miss.
Oh, yeah.
So it really can help with everything from identifying promising drug candidates, even predicting their effectiveness and safety.
Oh, wow.
Which, of course, saves time and money. And this isn't just hype or, science fiction. This is really happening.
So that's pretty amazing. So for investors listening to this right now who maybe have thought about investing in drug discovery, what are some key things they should be looking for when evaluating a company?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think first and foremost, don't be too dazzled by the tech. You got to look under the hood, make sure the science is solid. And, one of the concepts to look for is called Lipinski's Rule of 5. And it's basically this set of guidelines that helps predict how well a drug will be absorbed by the body.
Okay.
And it's all based on the drug's molecular property. One of the rules is that a molecule shouldn't have more than 5 hydrogen bond donors. And it sounds really complicated, but it's basically like a filter to weed out molecules that are unlike the works. That saves you a lot of time.
Got it.
Yeah.
So even if I don't understand what a hydrogen bond donor is, if I see that the company is referencing things like Lipinski's Rule of 5,
exactly,
I know that they know what you're talking about.
Exactly, you got it. And another thing to look at too is the team. Do they have experience both in AI and drug development? I mean, ideally you'd want a mix, like scientists, engineers, business people, people who really know how to drug.
And that makes total sense. Now, we were talking about different kinds of drugs, and our source material mentions small molecules versus biologics. What's the difference there? And why should an investor even care?
So think of small molecules as kind of like the traditional pills that you get in your medicine cabinet. They're chemically synthesized and fairly simple to manufacture. And that, of course, means lower production costs. Biologics, on the other hand, those are larger and way more complex molecules. They're often proteins or antibodies.
Gotcha.
And those are usually made using living cells. So that would be like insulin or some of these new cancer therapies.
Got it. So different manufacturing processes, different cost considerations. What does that mean for me as an investor?
Well, so small molecules, they're generally easier and faster to develop. But they might face more competition from generic, once the patent runs out. Whereas biologics, they are more complex and expensive to make. But they usually command higher price and less generic competition because they're so complex. So it's really about understanding the trade-offs and the market dynamics.
Oh, totally. So we talked about the science, the team, the types of drugs. What about intellectual property? How important are patents in this whole game?
Oh, patents are huge. They're critical because they give that company the exclusive right to sell their drug for a certain period of time, usually 20 years, which is how they make their money back. All the investment they put in. So as an investor, you need to know what patents do they have, what's protected for how long, and what are the competitors doing.
Like their little moat around their castle.
You got to protect.
Exactly. And so a strong patent portfolio, that's a really good thing. But you also need to know how generic competition works. Because once the patent runs out, other companies can come in.
And make a cheaper version. And that can really impact the original company's profit.
So it sounds like there's a lot to think about here.
Yeah.
In this whole world of AI drug discovery.
Yeah.
It sounds super exciting, but also really complex with high risk, but also high reward.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it seems like for an investor, it's just crucial to really understand the science, the team, how the market works, and of course, intellectual property.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And one final thought. This is an evolving field.
Right.
Things are changing so fast, so you got to stay informed about the new advances. Really make good decisions.
Couldn't agree more. Well, this has been another fascinating deep dive. Be sure to check out the show notes for more information. Until next time, happy investing.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.